Shalom Israel. Kahalal Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Waha, Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, Akim, pushing his word and truth and sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. Alright, this is Amathia from the GMS Dallas camp, and wanted to go into a quick lesson. Lord willing, this will be edifying to the elect of Israel. Alright, Israel, you so-called Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. Alright, and we are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, so amongst the other nations. So if the spirit resonates with you and you can receive this word, you can be the very well out of the nation of, you could be the nation of Israel. So I wanted to go into this video here, and this is just going to show how the worst is yet to come. All right, the worst is yet to come, because we know during the time. These days it's gonna wax worse and worse, because the world was given to who? To the wicked, which is the so-called white man, who is Esau Edom. All right. So I wanted to get into this verse here. This is Ephesians 5, verse 6. It says, "Let no man deceive you with vain words, because of these things cometh with the wrath of Yahweh Shah upon the children of disobedience. Be not ye therefore partakers with them, for ye were sometime darkness, but now are ye light of Yahweh Shah. Walk as children of light." So with us coming out of this darkness, all right, with the philosophies of the world, it become like it says in 2 Ezra 2:10. It says, they come up out of her, my people. We have to come out of the darkness, and the Lord has opened our eyes to see what's about to happen. Okay, and He gave it to our apostles, on down to our elders, all the way down just to to the brother and the men here at GMS, to know that these times are at hand. All right. So if you go on down, I'm gonna scroll on down. So we got to be partakers of the children who walk into the light. Because let's go on down here a little further. This is verse 15. It says, "See ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise." All right. So when that light, all right, the children's light, this is being wise to understand what's happening, to have the understanding of the scriptures through prophecy. Because what is the spirit of prophecy? It tell you in Revelations 19 is walking in the spirit of Yahweh Shah, which is the spirit of prophecy. And we know the prophecies are coming through these evil times. All right. This is verse 16. It says, "Redeeming the time, because the days are evil." All right, so we understand that through the wisdom and knowledge and understanding is basically our stability of our time, as it says in Isaiah 33. All right. "Wherefore," verse 17, "Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding that the will of the Lord is." All right, so we know the will of the Lord is partaking and is happening now. All right, the will of the Lord is happening now. So you finna see things that's gonna get bad, and it's gonna be a lack of necessities that's gonna come upon the earth, which is already here. I don't know why I say coming upon, is already here, right? And it's only gonna wax worse and worse. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into the video, and Lord willing, this to be edifying.
Today, a man charged in connection with the kidnapping and robbery of a FedEx driver is set to face a judge.
WREG's Quimitra Wilborn details the crime for you and explains why now more than one person is facing charges.
The suspect was arrested yesterday after authorities say they found him hiding in an attic. D'Angelo Smith is charged with aggravated robbery and aggravated kidnapping. He's due in court this morning, at which time we expect the judge to set bail. The incident happened back in November. The FedEx driver says he delivered a package to a man on Eagleston Street. He then continued to Selfridge Cove, where he made another delivery. And it was there, he says, the man from the first address jumped into the FedEx truck and pointed a gun at him. He says the man then forced him to follow a silver SUV to the corner of Germantown Road and Callis Cutoff Road. There, the FedEx driver says the man ordered him to open up the back of his truck, and then the robber then proceeded to take packages out the truck and load them into the SUV. The FedEx driver identified Smith through a photo lineup back in November, and a warrant was issued for his arrest. Yesterday, members of the multi-agency gang task force found him at a home on Holmes Road, and they arrested a woman at the home for allegedly trying to hide Smith. She told police he wasn't there, but in fact, police found Smith hiding in her attic. The woman, Tiana Sandifer, is now charged with accessory after the fact. Reporting outside 201 Poplar, Quamitra Woolb.
Hey, so these days are coming. You have this man driving his work truck, FedEx truck, and he's getting robbed and kidnapped. All right, so you got to wonder when these days come about, it's going to get worse and worse. You're going to have more of, like I said, these Uber drivers. All right, they're gonna be picking up someone, thinking they finna do their daily routine for their job, and someone's gonna stick them up. You know, finna get a lot of more rape, robbery, and kidnap. And this is only the beginning, but it's here. It's here. So all that love talk is gonna be put to a halt. All this love, cause what do Esau teachers and Jake that was following this pork chop preaching, or this the Christianity preaching here in these pulpits, they teach their people to what? Love no matter what. So I guess that goes for a pedophile or a murderer or a rapist. They say love, 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 love. But the Lord is not all love. Didn't he say he hated Esau? All right. Then King David said, I hate them that hate thee. All right. So all this love is going to be wiped away. This is 2 Ezra 15 and 19. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. So he's not going to have no remorse. He's going to do something for what? The good for his family, the good for what he wants or what he needs out of life at this time. Because you got to think, the trucks are going to stop in due time. Because you're going to have more people, more of these delivery drivers that's going to be getting robbed. All right, they're going to be getting killed. And then you're going to have more people that's going to see neighbors going to have stuff being dropped off or picking up items and bringing them back to their home, where they're going to see things getting dropped off or brought in their homes, and they're going to come right in and kick in the door. All right, so they're not going to, love is going to be, survival becomes more greater than love when you are facing starvation. All right. When you're facing death. So 2 Ezra 15 and 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and with spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. So this is gonna happen because of lack of bread. So this man that just robbed the truck, who knows? He could have been just trying to do it to come up and make a little more money. But like I said, it's because of lack of bread that's going to happen. When these imports, because America is one of the receive more input ports than a lot of these other nations. Because I know back on in the 80s and the 90s, early 90s, a lot of the businesses got shipped out to these other countries because they would have cheaper goods. Even going over there and having these other countries and their people in these countries to make these goods or get them shipped back, because they'll basically have the labor so cheap over there that it'd be cheaper to bring stuff in. But now, if you're not receiving things, it's gonna become what? A lack of food, all right? A lack of necessities. And what did it say right here? It says houses, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread. and for great tribulation. All right, so this is coming. It's going to be tribulation. What did it say in 2nd Ezra 16 as well? It's going to be a beginning of sorrows and great mourning. And this is the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. All right, so Rock 39 goes into around the 29th verse, goes into the spirits that are being created. There are spirits created for vengeance. So the Lord vengeance is upon us. And it's only going to ramp up and get worse to that what? The day of the Lord. So like I said, these you gotta look at like Venezuela. Look at Venezuela. The Venezuela, when they basically had the hyperinflation, what happened? They couldn't even get no gas truck over because people was robbing and taking the gas before it got there. Food trucks, they were getting robbed before they even got to their destination. So you don't think America's gonna become that if it's become more lack of food, more lack of bread? We have seen the test runs that Esau put on here. We've seen those test runs with the pandemic. You had everybody running to get toilet tissue. Like that's gonna save their life when they you ain't be using the bathroom as much if you ain't got nothing to eat or put in your stomach. All right, in your digestive tract. So what do you need all this toilet paper for? All right. The lack of food is going to become greater here in America. The lack of necessity, especially with martial law hit. If martial law comes in and you can't go out but a certain period of time, but sometimes they can't go out at all, and you got to receive your item via delivery, your necessities, food, water, supplies such as something that you need to live. All right. What's going to happen? If you waiting on the truck and it gets robbed, you won't be waiting for a week. You probably ain't gonna hear nothing from the company. You may be waiting for what, a week, then a month, then just realize, hey, this shit just ain't coming. So this is what's coming down the pipe. All right, they'll be taking the goods you wanting for necessities, but you'll never receive them. So this is what's coming down the pipe. All right, and that's what people think that's they're gonna be in a good case. Everything like we're receiving those stimulus checks, things like that. Everybody was, I don't need no job. I'm making more money sitting at home. All right. Now, gas prices are going up, and now they're trying to make you go to work. All right. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 21. The victuals shall be so cheap upon the earth that they think themselves to be in a good case. So even when we go out on the highways and byways here, right? On Tuesdays, on Fridays, all right? And you see Jake along with them, just enjoying themselves, not trying to save money, buying their best, still living their best life. All right, Matthew 24. As in the days of Noah, they're still living their best life, partying, eating, marrying. They're gonna have to a point where they're gonna spend their last dollar on. We gotta get this outfit. I gotta go out, pop these bottles, and then from what? Spending hundreds of dollars going out, enjoying themselves, going back home with no covering. All right, no covering to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And what's going to happen? They're going to be in pitiful. Let me go back to it. They're going to be in a pitiful case. All right. Where I was at here. Slovakia. Okay, and I was victory was so cheap. Let me go back to that. Bear with me, Slovakia. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 22. It says, 21, Slovakia. It says, behold, victuals shall be so cheap upon the earth that they shall think themselves to be in a good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth. So we're seeing evils grow. We were seeing World War III is basically ramping up. Yes, World War III might as well say it's here. Because you have, as it says in Joel, you have the different country militaries in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. And you have it now, you heard Joe, what did he say? And I'm talking about your prayers. Joe B. He said basically he's calling out, hey, somebody needs to take Poop Dog out. And what's going to happen if they keep trying to force him out to do something? This is going to become a war, right? Like it says here. And then all the grain. If you look at Germany now they're basically getting into an inflation. Might well say it's coming to a hyperinflation because it just said, I think today, within the 24 to 48 hours, it became their goods. All right, the items became 20 to 50% higher, and that's due to what? Russia and those tariffs, and Russia ain't giving those grains and that wheat, all right, and they receive I want to say 30 to 60% from Russia or Ukraine. You know, you have to fact check on that. I don't know if it's both countries or just one, but the thing is, it's getting to a point where if it's affecting Europe, it's gonna eventually affect America, and that's when it goes into what? That hating of the whore as well in Revelations, right? So that's why you need, and if you basically ain't looking for a covering or looking for your how about Yahweh Shai, you're gonna be caught in the whirlwind of the hell that's about to break loose. Cause like you said back in Sirach 39, those spirits created for vengeance is about to come, right? All right, this is Psalms 91, verse 1. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty." All right. He who dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And that's the elect, the men that sigh and cry. All right. 144,000. All right. And we're going to be delivered. Lord willing, I'm part of that number. And basically, like I say, the men of Israel, the elect is coming out of the nation of Israel. All right. So that secret place under the wings of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, verse 2, "And I will say unto Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, He is my refuge and my fortress." And what is one thing about a fortress? You just can't break into a fortress. All right. It's going to take a lot to break through. In the spirit of our living power, it will never be broke. So that fortress will never, unless the Most High, He allowed Israel to be basically ramshacked for our going off. But He's going to do what? Redeem us. All right, to bring us back. And this time around, it'll be the elect that's going to be brought back. The rest of the 2/3 of Israel is going to be destroyed. All right, through thermonuclear destruction, and that has to come back through the loins of the elect. All right, that's why it says women will be saved for childbearing. All right. So it says, "My power in Him will I trust." So, okay. So it says, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, in Him will I trust. So we're going to be delivered. All right. So He's going to be delivered. All right. We're going to be delivered, Lord willing. All right. So, and then right here, I'm just looking on here. It says comments 144. Call Allah Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So these days it's only gonna get worse. So you need that covering. You need to be under the shadow of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So if you're under the shadow of Jesus Christ, all right, and still in these Christian churches looking for the answers, they don't have it. So if you don't have Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in this time, you don't have nothing but destruction coming towards you. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waha, Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to you, Aki, in pushing His word in truth and sincerity. Shalom.